All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol HYLN, Hyliion Holdings Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and let's jump into this chart. So Hyliion has had a recovery since the lows down here of 1810, 1809, give or take. And from that point forward, it has been rising up to newer highs and reaching newer resistance levels and pulling away from the 50-day moving average. Now, we're slightly seeing the bears try to reappear here and break through it, bringing it down, but then they bounce back up and actually leveled off slightly above the 50-day moving average. So the question is, could the bulls hold themselves up before this actually falls again? Or are the bears going to continue to tear this down? So based off of the chart, resistance was broken through, support was even broken through, but it was used then as support to bring itself back up. And the 50-day moving average is currently at 2271. I'd write that down. As long as we're below it, the bears are in control. The moment we're above it, the bulls are in control. So let's go ahead and place this to its new location and see what is important for tomorrow. So here's our new resistance, the highest point before it dipped, and we're going to look at the lowest point here in the last couple of hours based off of the chart. Now the highest point reached in this bullish run here, we reached it today at 24.45. Super important to keep that in mind. That is the highest point reached. That is the one point that the bulls actually want to break through. That is 24.45. Turn that into a support to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. That's probably one of the most important points here on this chart based off of what we're seeing for the bulls to reach new resistance levels and pull further and further away from the 50-day moving average, deeper into bullish territory. But before getting there, the bulls, to maintain this momentum and actually pull away from the 50-day moving average before the bears actually start to gain leverage, they need to break through this first resistance, and that is 24.32. This is the highest point before it fell. 24.32 needs to be turned into a support, and the stock needs to start to pull away from that to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. Super important for the bulls to break through 24.32, turn that into a support, and start to pull away from there. It's very important. I want to emphasize that because if the bulls don't manage to break through that, the 50-day moving average will start to catch up to the price. And if this is hanging out sideways, it will end up at some point in this area where it is below and the 50-day moving average is above, turning it into bearish territory. And this is just based off of an illustrative purposes. I'm not stating that it's going to go to those exact numbers. It can go lower, it can stay above. It's just me basically showing you guys how it could actually catch up and the bears can gain leverage, getting it into bearish territory, and then the 50-day moving average is above and the price will be below, meaning that we're now in bearish territory. So super important for the bulls to break through 24.32 and turn that into a support. Now, on the other hand, we have what the bears want. The bears want to break through support. And you have a very small window between support and the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average is 2271, as I stated earlier. And if that gets broken through, you'll be in bearish territory. Now, between 2271 and the support of $23 to the T, there is a very small window here between the bears and the bulls. Can actually have a tug of war to see who's going to dominate. If this tears down fairly quickly closer to the 50-day moving average and slightly crosses it, the bears could be on their way gaining more leverage, but the bulls can still reappear. So this is why this tug of war will be very interesting tomorrow. You want to pay close attention to it, and if support is broken through, I want to emphasize, pay close attention to the behavior of this stock. How quickly is it moving to newer lows? And the other scenario is it breaks through support, and are the bulls reappearing? They could slightly reappear in between, which you have that window and you're still in bullish territory, or they can appear slightly below the 50-day moving average and bring this back up into bullish territory as they did today. So it's going to be important to pay close attention to it. How quickly is it moving to newer lows, or are the bulls actually reappearing to try to bring this back up? As always, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit that like button to let me know you watched this video. So, trivia question. What is the most important point for the bulls, other than the resistance level, to reach newer highs and pull much further away from the 50-day moving average to break through new resistance levels? What is the highest point that this has reached and that the bulls need a breakthrough to reach newer resistance levels? I look forward to seeing your guys' comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. At the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video. In that video, we'll be discussing about the S&P 500 index and how it's been rising several points on scheduled dates. On these scheduled dates, the S&P 500 index is rising up anywhere from 20 points all the way upwards to 80 points. What does that mean for us as investors? Well, if it's rising up on these dates, what is causing it? And I go into more detail about that in the video. And why does that give us any benefit when it comes to the market? Well, there's individual ticker symbols within the S&P 500 index rising up with it. And why is it rising up? I go into more detail in the video, but just to slightly summarize it, is because the Federal Reserve is having scheduled pump dates. I put the dates and the charts side by side. I go into detail about it, and you can actually see that they speak for themselves. I'm not here to guarantee you profits. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to inform and enlighten every investor and viewer that there's an opportunity to maximize profits and minimize losses. These individual ticker symbols are rising up anywhere from 30 cents to $3, and sometimes even more. But like I always say, if you put $1 into the market and you got back $2, profits are profits. So again, I'm not here to guarantee you profits. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything in particular. I'm just here to enlighten everyone that there is an opportunity, whether the market's going up or going down, to maximize profits. The next date's pump is tomorrow. So this is the most updated video. So if you've made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you to you. And I look forward to seeing your guys' comments and feedback on what you see from the video as it pops up. Click on it. Don't miss out on it. And thank you guys so much for watching. And let's make some money.